99% of the time, I'm doing freelance work, one-off jobs, but I do have a retainer now, and we are doing, since we're doing bi-monthly shoots, we're doing bi-monthly pre-production Zoom calls, and those are now getting accounted for on the invoice. I normally use this 99 watt-hour battery for this LED panel outside. I just have to be conservative with how long it's on and off. It doesn't last very long, maybe a little over an hour. I did just get a inquiry from Small Rig to see if I want to test their big fat boy battery, the Caleb Pike one, and that has, I think, around 220 watt hours, and I think that would be a much better application for this. That way I don't have to stress so much about, hey, turn that off real quick, like we're not using it. And that could also be good if I'm doing some shoulder mounted stuff and I need more of a counterweight. So I don't know when that's gonna come in, but it's a crazy expensive battery. I don't know why it's so much, but thankfully I get to try it for free. I just want to be completely honest with these products that I'm getting for free. It is 100% a selfish grab for me to get a free product that I want to try out, experiment, or I wouldn't purchase myself, but I would like to use it. I get a ton of these inquiries every week, and I say no to most of them. Oddly enough, this is the second battery unit that I'm going to review. And I'll tell you whether it's good or bad. You know, I ask them, what are you trying to get out of this? Are you trying to make sales? Are you trying to do conversions? And they just said, we want more people to talk about it. So I can talk about it. I talk about a lot of stuff on here. And the only company that I am really invested with and aligned with is The Art of Documentary. They just had their enrollment open for a couple weeks, and I was an affiliate member for them. This is the third time I've done it. Oddly enough, that's the one that pays out the best. But for these types of free products, it's just for me to try out, to experiment. And I kind of like that with YouTube. They're just, companies are seeing my micro influencer-ness, and they're like, take this. Sometimes I'll say yes. You know, you're at a hotel along the PGA Boulevard when right out front the hotel lobby, there's just a putting green. So we are doing some direct to camera teleprompter work. This is our vague talent mark. We have the new 300C at 60%. We have the Junior A Bright Beast at 50%. 200 for some room fill at 100%, and then an Amaran 60, I think at like 5%. It's really low. And exposure is looking pretty good. We have a nice window view, no clipping whatsoever. A little bit of shadow here, but I'm okay with that. And then we're just gonna run through pages and pages and pages of dialogue.
Often makes us crave it even more. So instead, let's enhance these drinks with fat-burning ingredients. Just hear from what these women have already achieved remarkable results by avoiding these common mistakes and adding these superfoods. Hear from these women.
Since this is a bi-monthly retainer client, I don't want to keep showing you guys the same things over and over again. So I'm really only going to show things that I haven't shown before. This is the script that we are following. We are optimizing that every chance we get. Since this is a fitness coach type of influencer, it's actually very important to show their abs. So this is a little wider than I would normally shoot, but we're also cropping for a vertical crop. But that is very important to this, and that would be something that I would not do if I was shooting a corporate interview. So it's just interesting to see how there are very small differences between shoots that make a massive difference for the target audience to understand. So my 300C is doing really good. I think I don't need any more lights for this setup, but sometimes when we do the green screen, I need a full setup for that. And I got an amazing comment the other day. I just love this free info I get from YouTube. Someone was saying, if you're gonna light up a green screen,
while this cart is
use an
amazing,
RGB light
it
and
doesn't
put
have
it to
the
green.
most amount of space.
That blew my
and I
mind
intentionally
how
did
efficient that
because
would
I
be.
didn't want a massive cart that was way heavier, that would be much harder to fit in my car. But I do have to work with the size limitations. So my first strategy to improve that was these bungees. I can effectively have a second medium level with these two cords, giving me this level, and the top. But now that I've acquired a few new lights, I have this oddly shaped LED panel from Ray, and it's just high enough that it's hard to stack stuff on top without bumping into the top, and it's just wide enough where I can barely fit lights in here. So cue in the new 300C, which has been a great light. The only issue is this case is massive. I never use reflectors with these. These are usually my key lights, and they're on soft boxes. So I want to put this into a milk crate, and I gotta see, I can't change the size of that. So I need to see if I can get a milk crate. Might go to Home Depot today and bring a tape measure somewhere here. Footage is uploading from the last job. That's the only part that I have to do when I come home. And maybe I can put my 300C in a milk crate here. I already have a mini milk crate this size, and that is what I put my 60D in. But for this recent job, I had to borrow a 60X. I hate this case. It's just way too packed. There's no way you can easily put the power converter thing. Here, I'll show you. So this is not mine, this is Adam's, and under my suggestion, he ripped out this foam here because it's just way too hard to fit everything in here easily. You can do it, but you have to smash it in, so it's way easier to rip out this foam divider right here. Now this has been condensed into this already. I want to do the same thing for this. I just need it all to live in this amount of clearance, which is probably about 11-12 inches. For 12 bucks, I can get this milk crate, which is 11 by 13 by 13. So I'm assuming it's 13, 13, and 11. So let's see. Got 10 and just barely 13. So this will fit, but this is the issue. So I can't change this because I don't even know what other, this is pretty well packed. So that cannot go into a milk crate. So I gotta figure out some way to reorganize this. So if I flip this LED light vertically, that frees up a lot more room. The problem is I need 13 inches. So if I start right here at this bar, I can get really close, but I would have to start it from here. So 13 inches would be right out there. And then the same issue going this way. If I do 13 inches from here, let me do 26. Okay, there we go. So it is 28, but it's not a clean 28 because I actually have to start from this line. So I'm barely making 26. That's not gonna work because I need to push in deeper than this. So if I could find 11-inch crates that would hold this, if I can find 11-inch crates that would hold this 300C, and I could get 2 of those in here much easier. Maybe I could hit 2 birds with 1 stone. So they have a longer version that's 19 inches wide by 13 wide and then 11 inches tall. So 19 inches here would be fine, and I could put the 300 and 200 in the same crate, which is, I think, theoretically good because I'm always bringing both lights. So I could just put one unload, one grab for 2 lights. I might do that. How much is it? Expensive for a cart, or for a crate, $38. Oh, but I get 3. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can buy a single. All right, thank you for going on this crate journey with me. We found one, this is the cheapest one, for $22 on Amazon. I could even use my affiliate link and bring like, I don't know, 18 cents off. But if I go to farmplast.com and get a black one, they got it for $9.99. So I don't think shipping should be a big thing. Let's see, shipping. I forgot about Cydio Crate. These are like used by production peeps. So this one might be better because it has these inlays for dividers that go short way or long way. So this would be very helpful for separating my 300C and 200X. With 2 dividers, which probably only need 1, it's $46. And then if we go to looking at the dimensions, the full crate is just a little wider than a typical milk crate rectangle shape, so it's 18.5 instead of 19. But then there are some margins and borders on these walls, so inside you're actually only getting 16.56 by 10. 10 could be an issue. 10 is just barely fitting this in. It doesn't get much tighter than that. I mean, maybe with this cap off, but then I'd be reducing protection. I don't know, that is so close to 10 inches. Wait, I think I read that wrong. I think it's 10 inches high, and I believe this is 10.56 inches wide, because this is the side profile. So it should be 11.69 on the exterior, but once you go on the interior, 10.56. And I think this is 10 inches high because that's 11 inches high. So that would make sense. So this would be a good option. So just need it in black, whatever's cheapest. Yeah, I think this might be the call. And might as well just get the lid. So total would be $62 plus shipping. But that would be great to get rid of all this bulk and put it down here, tucked away nicely. That was a journey. Good job, guys.